Critical journalism, of course, targets centers of power, and centers of power of the same society where the journalist works in. So it's not a big, it's not very difficult to be very critical of things that happen in other places in the world. I mean, the thing is to be critical in your own society. And this is, it seems to be very common sense, but the thing is that the changes that media has gone through, especially in time of entertainment and television and commercialized television, and the end of public radio and public television, is that it's more and more difficult to even to say that there is critical, there should be critical journalism, which is the opposite of being objective, or the myth that a journalist should be objective. There is a lot of confusion between the word of objective with the concept of being honest, fair, professional, accurate, etc. It's not the same thing, being objective. And this is what, for me, this is what I've been, from the start, was obvious for me. I am not objective, I'm against the occupation, so I'm against the Israeli occupation, full stop. You know, even if not one Palestinian boy is being killed by an Israeli soldier, I'm still against this occupation. What I would advise to students who want to learn about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, first of all, to remember that to know about the present, to learn about the present, but also to learn that things did not start with the present. So to dig more deeply. And that's, probably it's a cliche but not always cliches are wrong, but it's true for everywhere. But in our conflict, it is very important to remember to see the colonialist characteristics of the conflict, or of the trouble. Yeah, even the word conflict is problematic, but let's use it now. So it is important to see the colonialist roots of the conflict, that is, that there is a settler colonial movement, state and society that has been established over the years, but also not to forget that the Jews who came to Palestine over the years to a great extent came as refugees. And they wouldn't have, that the majority of the Jews who came at certain points, or let me put it that way, that for very long, most of the Jews in Europe did not adopt the solution that Zionism proposed. This is the settler colonial solution, which is to move to emigrate to Palestine. But most of them, Zionism became attractive with Hitler and with the Holocaust. So, for example, this is my advice, especially to European students who study the conflict, the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. This is also my advice, and not only to them, it's also to Palestinians and others. And this makes it, of course, this doesn't lessen the enormity of Israeli repression and injustice now, but it makes some things more kind of multi-layered. But it is important to know also this past. Yeah, this past, yeah. How do I feel after being 2 days only and not much in Belgrade? Of course, as you all know, I mean, I am connected to Belgrade, and it is very painful for me that it's not Yugoslavia, I must say, because I was brought up on this fantasy of Yugoslavia. I mean, my mother came from here, and I think she hid from me many of her bad experiences that made her maybe emigrate to Israel. It was already Israel. What made her emigrate, she was never a Zionist, and I think that when she faced here a certain impatience and even scorn to the fact that she was not during the Nazi occupation, she was in a concentration camp and not here, I think it was one of the reasons that made her leave emotionally. Maybe she was not aware at the time. I do see a society, people that want to live and want to live, to enjoy life, and this is always a pleasant thing. And I hope that capitalism imported from Dubai or I don't know where will not corrupt the city too soon.